let's talk about one of the missions of Tech Forward, which I'm hoping is one of the things that I really like others to do, or to at least look into. And I'm not saying, by the way, that there are no others. There aren't any other nonprofits that do what we are going to do, uh, probably better. So here's the deal. Uh, our original mission was to teach software development, entry level software development. And as time went on this past year, 2024, we came to the understanding, quite honestly, that between AI and the myriad of websites that you can go to learn yourself, that it might not be the right mission. Don't get me wrong, we're still going to offer it. As soon as we can find teachers, computers, we're still going to offer it. I think there is a need, especially high school kids coming out of high school. Uh, and in a small town, you have to have options. So we're still going to do that, but it it's becoming a bit more. We had to do, and we have to do a bit more research to make sure that what we teach is relevant. And as everybody who works in technology can tell you, technology moves pretty damn fast. It moves so fast that what I'm thinking today may be obsolete tomorrow, right? So we have to make sure that what we teach is correct. But along with that, again, because of the fact that software development may not be it may not be our main mission, we started thinking about other things. And one of the things that we talked about was I've spent 30 years, 29 years of my life, 30 years of my life, um, working with real estate data. I go all the way back to writing MLS software with a small company called IMCO back in the 90s and early 2000s out of Alexandria, Kentucky. Um, Great company, great little company, and the bosses were incredible. But I did that. I wrote MLS software back in the day. That we moved on from there. We got bought, sold, etc. And I ended up working with the data side of real estate, with the backend. At first, just creating and maintaining ETL processes, and then working my way up to writing reports, creating reports from this data, and maintaining all these reports. So I have been working with real estate data for 30 years, one way or the other. So I thought, and I conveyed this to my board of directors, I thought, hey, let's start thinking about building an applications maybe, that could help these small towns. And one of the things that we're talking about is writing a listing management software. Now, why would we do this? Number one, keep in mind that we are a teaching nonprofit. That is our main mission. Overall, that is our main mission. So we're always looking for applications to use to teach with, right? And why not? I know real estate data. I know it very well. So why wouldn't I use real estate? So, but the thing that really got me convinced is the current landscape of real estate, the NAR lawsuits. There's been a number of a number of agents that have left MLSs, number of MLSs that have left NAR, number of brokers that I mean, it's not looking good out there. And I thought, I again remember where I live, right? So I thought, let me go talk to someone. So I had a chance to talk to a local realtor. I'm not going to name him. Uh, and here's this thing: we live in Quincy. Okay, I mean, he lives in Quincy, Illinois, but and the Quincy MLS, they have to pay, or they're paying to be part of 3 different MLSs. One of them is in Chicago. For the record, Quincy, Illinois is more than 4 hours from Chicago, yet they have to pay to use their software. Not just that, add in St. Louis. St. Louis is more than 2 hours from Quincy, and yet they have to pay into that. And I think there was another one, might have been Springfield, Illinois. So this guy is selling listings in Quincy, Illinois, town 40,000. And I asked a question. I said, so I just out of curiosity, how long of a drive are you willing to take to sell a listing? And he said, well, honestly, probably less than an hour. Well, if you take an hour from Quincy, you're not getting very far. And what I mean by that, there's no big town. Jacksonville, Springfield, maybe it within the hour. Okay. Tons of small towns within the hour. Monroe City, Hannibal, right? So why are these people paying for an application which shares data with everybody from listings that are in Chicago, in Springfield, in St. Louis? Well, when they will never sell there, they'll never sell there. So I thought to myself, I asked the question. Listen, so if I were to write a listing management, put in your listings, whatever the basic application is that would allow you to sell your listings locally and within a particular, section of the state, and charge you very little, if nothing. He was like, we'll jump on it. Talk to me when you're ready, because this is insane what we have to go through here. Okay, so I have been doing some research. I have been reading more about real estate that I care to. I thought those days were over, but am I wrong? And I'd love to hear from you people. I mean, listen, I know a lot of people in MLSs. I know a lot of individuals who work for, run, CEOs, CTOs, whatever, from MLSs across the country. But those MLSs, most of these MLSs are regionals that have basically gobbled up another MLS, right? So I get it. It's the world we live in, right? And we are not here to replace or to, what's the term? Listen, all we're thinking about doing is how can we help the small town realtor keep a bit more of their money in their pocket, and in so doing, teach others how to write said application. So here we are. We're going to design and start writing. And again, here's a kicker for us. Just so you know, we lose nothing by doing this.